What's up, people? What's good? Had to come back out, y'all niggas. It's cold day in hell. You know what I'm saying? For everybody up north, Midwest, East Coast, y'all niggas know it's colder than the motherfucker out here. You know, stay warm, stay woke. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you need to do to raise your Kundalini energy and all that shit, all that fly shit, dark matter shit. But I wanted to talk about some shit, man, that I find very interesting, and that's, sorcery, black magic, things like that. And what I'm saying? I came across a video a while back talking about, the great equalizers in history, within like humanity and whatnot. Like, you had the early 20th century where, if you wanted to, have one up on a motherfucker, you would get a gun. You know what I mean? Well, one time it was swords. Another time, it came with, 6-shooter weapons or whatnot, guns and the small explosives or whatnot. And then it got to the point where, guns became, the equalizer of everything. If you wanted to have equal footing on a motherfucker or have one up on a motherfucker, kill him, regardless if your fighting prowess physically, your mental wherewithal. But if you had a gun, that motherfucker didn't, and that big strong motherfucker didn't, you can kill that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? So the guns were looked at as, something of value to have, an equalizer, any, human engagement, encounter that you may have with man or beast. But now more so, within this new era of social media and, different ways of communication that we all embark in, the equalizer in this era, when it's all said and done, is sorcery. You see what I'm saying? Being able to use your mind, your creative mindset, whatever magical system that you're working with, or whatever magical system that you create on your own, with your creative intent and will and desire that you bring forth, that you manifest, whatever that is, can be looked at, can be weaponized and used, within any human engagement, human interaction within your environment. You see what I'm saying? What do I mean by that is, like, for example, one of my methodologies is using weaponized language patterns. And being more so, before I speak anything, my intention in speaking words and bringing forth words, because bringing forth words and thoughts is coming from my subconscious mind. And my subconscious mind is reprogrammed to speak empowerment to myself. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, it's to make myself more power, to bring more power to me. You know what I'm saying? To bring more power to me, to fuel my magical intent. You see what I'm saying? But when I speak, depending on the environment, I'm stirring the pot. You see what I'm saying? I'm dictating where that conversation goes because I'm maintaining the frame. I'm setting the framework within the conversation. So before I go into any conversation, any human interaction, I'll weaponize my human interaction, but I'll weaponize my language pattern of what I'm going to say, why I'm going to say it, what's my intention in saying it. I just told you what my intention is. So, for example, if I go about, say within my work environment, niggas talking about, okay, for example, my intention is what's a hot button topic? What's something to get everybody charged up, especially with niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna keep it on the niggas right now. What's something that's emotionally charged that niggas love to talk about? Now, I can go multiple ways. I can talk about the LeBron, Kobe, Michael Jordan debate. But I'm gonna go more so on something I got a great passion in, not just sports, but music. I love fucking hip-hop music, right? So I would play the devil's advocate. I would go within, a group of niggas or whatever, young, old, no matter, you know what I mean? And I'll bring up the conversation. I'll just start the conversation. Or if it's a conversation that's already present that I'm walking in, I'm going to take it over. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, nigga, I'm here, nigga. I'm sitting the table on what the conversation going to be from this point going forward. So I bring up a conversation like, Tupac, the greatest fucking rapper ever. That's an emotional ass charge that MC most people gravitate to. They got emotional affinity with him, right? And I know that's gonna cause some type of rift with young niggas and the old niggas. I might be with some East Coast niggas that love Biggie and Jay-Z and Nas and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I know my audience because I build a rapport with my work environment, everybody that's in my work environment that's like, you know what I'm saying, scientific test subjects, so to speak. So like I know that when I go into a conversation within the human arena when I interact with them. But I set that table. I'll bring up Tupac being the greatest rapper ever. And it's gonna cause that energy, that emotional energy people will place on Pac is reabsorbed to me because I'm the motherfucker that I set the table for that topic of discussion. But what I'm doing is not only am I creating that emotional fucking response from my test subjects, I'm absorbing the energy. That's the point. I'm absorbing the emotional spectrum, whether it's fucking you have a love for Pac or hate, or you don't give a fuck about him, you indifferent to him. I'm absorbing it. You see what I'm saying? I don't really give a fuck. I'm not even a Pac fan, but I can play devil's advocate. I can use Pac as an emotional conduit to generate emotional energy within my test subjects, as well as the attention that they placing on me, as well as the conversation that I just brought up. And it could be a group of 5 niggas, and them niggas would be arguing. What the fuck, nigga? Fuck, nigga. Pac old as fuck. That nigga wasn't even no real crip, that old ass nigga. Man, you don't know what the fuck Pac about, nigga. You wasn't around back in, you know what I'm saying, when West Coast was going on. He, you know what I'm saying, he fucked Biggie wife and shit. Nigga, shut the fuck up, man. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Biggie was way better lyricists than that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Oh, nigga, what the fuck you talking about? Biggie only had 2 albums, nigga. That nigga ain't the GOAT. Nigga, Pac got this many albums, all eyes on me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? West Side. Whatever. I don't say shit. Sometimes I'll just sit there and just let them niggas give me fucking energy. You know what I'm saying? I just sit back and just observe my fucking experiment as a scientist, being indifferent to the result, but also benefiting from the result of, you know what I'm saying, reabsorbing that energy, that emotion. You know what I'm saying? All them niggas, you know what I'm saying? Usually when I do this, I envision the chakras, right? And like when I go into this conversation, my astral tendril is like opening up their chakra, like that sacral chakra. Well, not but the sacral, but like, you know what I'm saying, the solar plexus. You know what I'm saying, where they willpower is at, and not just collapse their willpower. You see what I'm saying? Like, nigga, your willpower is gonna be, it's reabsorbed. No, nigga, your willpower is so weak you can't help but fucking talk about what I'm about to tell you to talk about. And I'm not directly telling them to. It's more subtle in my approach. Nigga, Pac is the greatest fucking rapper of all time, nigga. Who the fuck want what, nigga? And them niggas, oh, you know what I'm saying? And I got them niggas going. It's like a domino effect. It's fun to do that. I've done that with LeBron James and Michael Jordan, playing the devil's advocate on both sides. But doing it just to test my fucking work, to test my skill, and being able to manipulate emotional energy within people, being able to mind control people. See, like, I'm more into, when it comes to vampirism, I love doing that as well, but I'm more, my favorite shit to employ, where sorcery I work with, is mind control. I love to mind fuck motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Mind control is very, very, you know what I'm saying, with the mind being all, the universe being mental, that's something, a work that comes to me like naturally. You see what I'm saying? Being able to do that and being able to employ that and mind control people, covert or you know what I'm saying, or clandestine. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck I just say? Covert or overt. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that shit. But more so, I can, you know what I'm saying, I know once you gain rapport with a person, you know what I'm saying, once you gain, you know what I'm saying, you can feel their energy. You know what I'm saying? You can manipulate their central nervous system, because their nervous system opens up, especially if it's a person that's paying attention to you, what you're saying. They just open. You see what I'm saying? And it's all kind of intricate way that you can, you know what I'm saying, you can manipulate that energy to get that person that's paying attention to you, being a magnet, and they fucking attracted to the magnet. You can get them to do damn near anything you want. You can implant subconscious mind projections in them. Like, for example, if I be responsible when you try this, okay? Let me give you a little tip. Say it's a woman that you work with, or say it's a woman that you went to school with, right? You went to high school, right? And you know this girl like you. You got a real strong fucking confirmation that she, you know what I'm saying, that she wants you, she likes you, but she's shy, right? And you know this. It's been told to you by a group of motherfuckers. They might have wrote up, hey man, she feeling you, man. She like you, but she little, you know what I'm saying? She intimidated by your energy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You might be a basketball player, football player. You might be a jock, you know, popular nigga in school. And you know she like you, right? You could go up to her. You already know she like you. You already got her in the palm of your hand because she's attracted to you, right? And she wants to please you. She wants to, you know what I'm saying, have a sort of a gateway to be able to communicate with you or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and see where that goes. But say if I know that and I know this woman likes me or girl likes me, I could go introduce myself to her or say, how you doing, right? You know what I'm saying? How you doing, Jessica? But in my head, my intention before I said the word, before I, you know what I'm saying, made that greeting, my intention and the thought that I was thinking in my head was telling her to suck my dick. But it was encoded with me saying, hello, Jessica. You see what I'm saying? The whole time I'm saying hello, Jessica, I'm projecting the thought of her, generating that thought within her mind, her subconscious mind, to want to suck my dick because she already likes me. You see what I'm saying? I already know that. But that's a gateway for me to get within her subconscious mind to be able to program her on a subtle level to do what I want her to do. I want her to suck my dick. But I encoded that intention with me saying hello, Jessica. So, see what I'm saying? You can do that and you can fucking focus on that thought. You know what I'm saying? When you looking at her, see her sucking your dick. Feel her sucking your dick. See your, you know what I'm saying? Feel your dick getting hard in your pants when you know what I'm saying? You say, hello, Jessica, or whatever. And she said, oh, how you doing? Blushing and shit like that. The more she fucking, you know what I'm saying? You start to conversate with her, the more that intention is beamed into her thoughts, the more she's going to unconsciously pick up on the fucking thought waves and want to suck your dick. You see what I'm saying? It's animal magnetism. Y'all niggas ain't up on that shit. You niggas need to get up on that shit for real. Like, animal magnetism is real energy. You know what I'm saying? William Walker Atkinson wrote a book called Vital Magnetism. Y'all motherfuckers need to study that shit because it's a natural primordial sexual energy that we all, you know what I'm saying, have at certain degrees, some higher, some lower. But if you consciously working with it, you can use that shit to, you know what I'm saying, manifest all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I use it as more so as a weaponized form to mind control people through magnetism. That's also why I use magnets the way I use them. But say you can infuse any word, any conversation that you have with any magical intention that you want. That's why I say your intention has to be, you know what I'm saying, has to be set in stone. Like, why are you speaking? Like, why are you even talking to people? What are you talking to people for? The only reason I talk to people, the only reason I communicate people is to empower myself, is to grow, to be stronger, to gain more power. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm going to always speak in forms of empowerment. You see what I'm saying? Even if somebody's talking to me and they venting about something, right? And I might have a response like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's fucked up or whatever. All I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, part of my thought process is this person just giving me attention, this person coming to me to give me their energy. Whether they venting, whatever the fuck that is. And I'm using that shit to empower myself. I'm going to take it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really indifferent on what the fuck they talking about anyway. I'm looking for, I'm getting, what am I getting out of? I'm getting power. I'm getting attention that they placing on me. And I'm absorbing that shit. And I'm using it to fuel my magical intent. You see what I'm saying? I might not give a fuck about trying to sway the person's opinion on something, giving them a suggestion, an idea about how to better their situation. That's neither here nor there. Once they come to me like that, that's like, you know what I'm saying, the moth to the flame. I'm there to absorb the fucking energy. You see what I'm saying? I'm there to gain more power. Because all this shit is about is, you know what I'm saying, walking this Luciferian path and being like having a set mindset is to gain more power. You know what I'm saying? How to be more powerful, how to gain more control over your environment, how to gain more control over the people that's in your environment. You know what I'm saying? More influence, how to be more, you know what I'm saying, how to anchor more magnetized energy to influence everybody that's around you. You know what I'm saying? That's what this shit is all about. So that's one of the reasons why I use weaponized language patterns. Also, embedded commands. I guess that would, you know what I'm saying, I'm talking like, you know, you can use embedded commands to form a sentence in a certain way, telling a person to do something. Now that works as well, but I more so use it, like I said, I can say anything, but I don't necessarily mean, you know, what I'm saying. I can be like, nigga, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Everybody agree to that, right? Most people do. And I know that most people are emotional when it comes to sports. And that's good because I can use that as an anchor and the conduit to absorb the energy. I know that. So somebody, if I say Michael Jordan the GOAT, you go, hell yeah, he the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? He the greatest ever. Okay. But I could be really, my intention in saying Michael Jordan is the GOAT is saying all thoughts, what my intention is could be like, all thoughts and powers that you attribute to God belongs to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling that person that by saying Michael Jordan's a GOAT. And them niggas give me that emotional charge that they generate within themselves by saying, by agreeing to it. It's also agreeing to me with the statement that I just motherfucking presented. By all power that you attribute to God belong to me. So all power that the individual attribute to God comes to me through the form of me saying Michael Jordan is the GOAT and them agreeing to it. So that's a form of, I don't know what you call that shit. It can be looked at as psychic vampirism, but it can also be looked at as a form of like an embedded command to generate a result. And by me saying that and them agreeing to what I'm saying, what I also do is feel that form of empowerment coming your way. Absorb that energy. Feel what it feels like to be God to that person. Feel what it feels like to be worshipped by that person. Because what I'm saying is that energy that they worship to God or to whatever deity can be redirected through you. You can redirect this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do. I redirect that energy that they place on whatever divinity there is and become it. But I use it in a form, I can cloak that shit in the form of a sentence, you know what I'm saying, or a statement. Like, you can use a bunch of statements that's true. Like, water's wet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The sky blue, the sky gray. You know what I'm saying? It's cold outside. Yeah. You get motherfuckers in a cyclical form of agreeing to you. You know what I'm saying? Saying commands that's, you know what I'm saying, or saying statements that most humans will agree to. You just finessing their mind to be able to accept all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Being able to finesse their mind to accept embedded commands. But I use them. You know what I'm saying? When I say statements like that, I could use them to fucking have any type of fucking magical intention behind them. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of them. You know what I mean? It might be some random shit, but all of them are gonna be forms for me to gain more power. You know what I'm saying? That's how I use my sorcery. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You niggas gotta learn this shit. You either know or you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got guns out here. Everybody can get a fucking gun. Everybody can't do this shit I'm talking about. Everybody don't have the mindset or the mental wherewithal to be able to go within their subconscious mind and allot this shit that's there, the powers that's there, and embody them and use them and weaponize them. You know what I'm saying? We're fucking with the Goetia, fucking with Mammon and different, you know what I'm saying, energies that I unlock. You know what I'm saying? I get influxed with so many creative ideas and, you know what I'm saying, ways to utilize them. You know what I'm saying? Turn it into wisdom and apply that shit to everyday methodology for me to gain more power. You see what I'm saying? To gain more influence over my environment, to gain more control over my environment, control over the fucking weather, all kind of shit that you able to do. It's just more ways of enhancing those abilities once you unlock them and once you approach them as, you know what I'm saying, as Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? Or approach them as God, you know what I mean? And all attributes of God, people place on God, that's within the collective unconscious mind of humanity, are reabsorbed into me. You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't clown motherfuckers that's religious. If they got a religious mindset, that's fine, because I know ways of, you know what I'm saying, almost, you know, stepping or redirecting the energy that they place on Allah, Yahweh, whoever, and reabsorb them and become them. You know what I'm saying? Because I devour the energies of the gods. So the energy that they using to worship something can be redirected by you. You can use that shit and use that shit to fuel your alchemy, fuel whatever magical intention you want, fuel your control over the person's mind, your influence over the person's mind, whatever. You can use this shit. There's no limit to the way that you can apply this shit to your everyday, you know what I'm saying, methodology or everyday lifestyle. But this is for motherfuckers who have a, you know what I'm saying, who understand that the mind is all and the universe is mental and nothing is true, all is permitted. You know what I mean? And belief, your belief in something, you know what I'm saying, can be utilized, it can be weaponized. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can believe in something to suit a desire to get to as a means to an end. If I gotta believe in motherfucking rocks is being soft and I believe that shit when I'm using that as a way to like challenge myself to try to convince my subconscious mind that a rock is soft. And if I'm using that shit with the magical intention to create a result, I'm gonna believe in that rock being motherfucking soft. As illogical as that seems, as stupid as that seems, I'm using that shit as a form of a way to challenge myself. You know what I'm saying? To try to get a magical result out of this shit. But what I'm saying is you can believe in anything, but you believe in anything to fuel your magic, to fuel your power. You know what I mean? It don't matter what it is. And once you get the result from the shit, put the belief down and believe in something else to try to get more power out of whatever the fuck that is. You know what I mean? It's like I said, it's so many different ways, so many, like, this shit is adventurous and fun to try to, you know what I'm saying, apply different ways and methodologies to fuel your creative intention, your imagination, your visualization. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is absolutely fucking phenomenal once you unlock this shit and you able to, you know what I'm saying, warp your fucking reality. You know what I'm saying? Warp the fucking minds within people. Oh, I'm gonna go back to this one too. This is another, man, this is some I've literally did this when I was in high school. That example I told y'all before about telling the chick to suck my dick by saying like, hello Jessica. I didn't necessarily do that one. That works though. That does work, but this is the one I did. It was a chick that liked me. Right? Like I said, I knew she liked me. I knew her, you know what I'm saying? I had rapport with her. I knew she, you know what I'm saying, liked me, but she was kind of scared, you know what I'm saying, to admit it or whatever. So one day we was taking a test. This was in like 1996. I was in 97. I was a freshman in high school. I'm like, I want her to suck my dick. How can I fucking tell her to suck my dick? Mind you, I'm a big dude. I love head, so I'm just saying. I'm like, how can I get her to suck my dick? She already liked me. I don't want to write it on a note. I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to tell her that I'm going to convince her that she already planned on sucking my dick this weekend. And I'm going to fucking remind her to suck my dick, not to forget what she promised me. Right? So that's what I did. I went up to her. I'm like, hey, Amanda, don't forget what you promised me. She's like, oh, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget what you know what I'm saying? Don't forget what we talked about. When did we talk about it? The other day, don't you remember? The third hour or whatever, you know what I'm saying? History class, you know what I'm saying? Oh, now you acting like you don't remember. Oh, I remember. You gonna do that for me? Yeah? All right, make sure you wear red lipstick, all right? I don't like red lipstick. I like pink. Pink will work. Don't forget though, all right? Okay. I'll call you later. No, I gave her my number. At the time. Blushing this shit. I'll call you later. So I called her later. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, I got my dick sucked that weekend, that Saturday. But this is before I knew anything about any occult shit. This was in 97. I'm Wu-Tanged out. I'm like, but my whole purpose of thinking that shit, I was convinced that shit was gonna work. I was like, man, I'm getting my motherfucking dick sucked. And that desire, that will to get my dick sucked, fueled my magical intent with my mind. But before I even knew what the fuck it is, I'm like, I'm gonna get my fucking dick sucked. And I meant that shit. And I already saw her sucking my dick. And lo and behold, that's what the fuck she did. Why? Because she already liked me. I already knew she had a rapport. I already had rapport with her. I already knew her. You see what I'm saying? I just convinced myself that I was gonna fucking do that shit. And I did it. Before any of this shit. I ain't know none of this. This was before the internet. For you young niggas, this was before the internet. I ain't even had no beeper, no pager, nothing. And it worked. But be responsible when you doing this shit, man. Don't be like, that nigga Shannon told me to do that shit and you get caught up in some dumb shit. Listen, man, it's ways, man. Once you know how the mind work and motherfuckers out here sleeping or there's just food, man, it's like fucking stealing candy from, you know what I'm saying? What's that fucking saying? Stealing candy from a baby? Yeah, that's what the fuck it is. Feeling like a crackhead in a crack house, man. This shit is just, Be responsible with the shit though. But I've done that to get sexual favors from women, man. I have done that and I'm not ashamed of it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know who you fucking with up out here, man. I'm not saying just do that with anybody, but be responsible for it. You know what I'm saying? Be responsible with these techniques, with these mental techniques, and experiment with them. See where it goes. You know what I mean? But basically, man, what this shit is about, what this video is gonna be about, man. Step your sorcery up, man. Step into your motherfucking power. Use it. Because you can have physical protection out here. Yeah, niggas got guns and shit, whatever, but nigga, you gonna have to have spiritual wherewithal up out of here. And man, once you outside the body, man, your mind is all, your universe is mental. So whatever fucking you projecting is coming from your mind, you better have a solid foundation on who the fuck you are. You know what I mean? You better have a solid foundation on the energy and the spirit that you fucking with. You know what I'm saying? You better be in control of them motherfuckers. You better be, you know what I'm saying, the God of your reality. There's no God, nothing exists outside of your reality. Nothing exists outside of your subconscious mind. And you the God within your subconscious mind. And if you don't know that shit, and if you feel some type of way about that statement I just said, you being the center of your existence, you know what I mean? You got work to do. You see what I'm saying? Niggas was walking this shit know about the power that they have within themselves, man. You hear Ravonna Noon talking about it. You hear others, Brother Beniti talking about it, Panic. You heard Bobby Hemmett talking about it in the past. You got to place yourself in the role of your divinity as being divine, as being, you know what I'm saying, as being that nigga. You know what I mean? But never being satisfied, always growing and always using ways to try to challenge yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like right now, man, I'm fucking with Mammon hard. You know what I mean? I'm fucking with Mammon hard, Boom hard, Clawneck, and all these, you know what I'm saying? Any entity that's about financial abundance, prosperity, and shit like that, we going hard this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all kind of rituals and shit, doing all kind of sex magic rituals, sigil magic, hyper sigil magic. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with this shit, and I'm getting results from this shit daily. You know what I'm saying? Coming up with ways of expressing myself via YouTube, via Instagram, through sigil magic or whatever, memes, you know what I'm saying, a little bit on Facebook, whatever, but you gotta fucking, when you approach these energies, man, you gotta approach them motherfuckers or these entities as being, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta hold your power as being Lucifer. You gotta have a Luciferian mindset or whatever entity you working with. You gotta be that motherfucker. You gotta be in sole control of these motherfuckers because they gonna test you. You see what I'm saying? Like, I got this bottle of water right here. This shit is dedicated to Mammon. So when I drink this shit, you see the sigil and this shit, I freeze it overnight and shit, but it's infused with the energies of Mammon. And when I drink it, I'm absorbing the energies of Mammon. I become Mammon, right? And we all know what Mammon represents. Google it. But I absorb the energies of Mammon. And I go about my day coming up ways of how can I get more bread? You know what I mean? How can I become more prosperous? How can I become more abundant? How can I gain more abundance? Who I need to talk to? Who I need to connect with? You see what I'm saying? Coming up with ways of advancing that shit. But I'm approaching it with a Luciferian mindset where I'm dictating the energies by embodying the energies and becoming the energies. So having a Luciferian mindset, always maintaining my frame when doing so, I go about my fucking, you know what I'm saying, my regular everyday lifestyle as using like that energy of Mammon, like, you know what I'm saying, and taking note of the you know, it's the influx of energies and creativity that I come through my subconscious mind. Write them down and shit like that. Go to sleep with the sigils. Go to sleep with the binaural beats on abundance and gaining prosperity or whatever I need to, whatever attribute I'm looking to gain or enhance or activate. That's what you do. This is an everyday fucking work. This is a everyday lifestyle. This is not something, you know what I'm saying, working sorcery, black magic, you know what I'm saying, witchcraft, whatever the fuck you want to call it. This is an everyday lifestyle, every moment, you know what I mean? But to keep y'all long, I kept y'all niggas long for a minute, but man, just step your sorcery game up, man. This shit ain't for the faint of heart. And this probably gonna be a two-parter, because I gotta talk about some of y'all niggas that's out here just, I got love for y'all niggas. This is a different perspective. More so like, want this world to collapse and this world gonna end and, you know what I'm saying, America's falling down and shit like that. I got a different take on that shit, but it's gonna be interesting. But, you know, keep y'all posted up. And keep y'all also posted on me, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with Ravonna Noon hard. Shout out to my nigga Ravonna Noon, you know what I'm saying? We working our ways for me to be a guest on this, you know what I'm saying, his radio show, this live YouTube show, you know what I mean? We gotta work on that shit, try to, you know what I'm saying, iron that shit out, coming up with ideas and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He reached out to me and shit. I got mad love for him, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like a big brother on this shit. All kind of work, you know what I'm saying? Inspirational work he talk about on this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all are aware of this shit, but go to his page. Shout out to Cosmic Serpent, you know what I'm saying? The Dark Light on my Instagram posts and shit like that. All my niggas on my Instagram, y'all niggas hit me up and shit, you know what I'm saying? Mystic Seraph, all y'all niggas, man. I love y'all niggas, man. Ajin Jones, Michael Bell, Eugene Butler, Natural Order, everything. Our talk show on fucking talkshoe.com. Hit that shit up, you know. But step your sorcery game up, man. And know that the God of your reality was in your mirror. It's you. The whole motherfucking time. The biggest secret of this shit is that you was God the whole time. What you gonna do about it? Step into your big boy shoes and claim that shit and work that shit. But with great power comes great responsibility. Peace. Nigga gotta turn this shit off.